money. The only reason is money.
Big money.
It's like kind of like that articulation of life, studying life, and it's by those last hands, that moment, that 1,000th of a second as the shutter clicks, as everything's immortalized, and I get a real rush out of that, knowing that I could do like that or that.
14 on my list.
It's just documenting history, and a history that doesn't exist, and we're all making it up, and it's life, and I love it.
It's one of the conditions of my probation.
I don't know. Ah! Why do I work in the film business? Hi, JT. How are you, sweetheart? That's why I work in the film business.
So I don't have to have a real job. So I can work with a lot of people who don't want to have real jobs.
You're doing what you want. Getting paid all that money, and you get free meals, and you pay for the hotel. You don't find that in any other business. Anyone that complains, I've never understood it. Oh, we're gonna have chicken again today? Really? Is it filet mignon and lobster you have every night? You know?
Because of the craziness, the zaniness. I don't wanna work 9 to 5. So I'd rather work from 4 to 1. 4 to 4.
When I was a kid, you know, I had a little black and white TV up in my room, and I would stay up really late watching movies, just watching movies. And for me, all my life, you know, it's been movies were, you know, my favorite, you know, art form. And so for me now to be able to have the chance to make those movies so that some other kid can be staying up all night in his room watching TV and watching old movies, you know, and the movies that I worked on, to try and keep that going. Movies are just such a part of American life right now. To have a say in that and to be able to work on those, I think is, you know, a privilege.
It's a damn good time, man. Living, loving, working, sweating, grinding, hugging, kissing. It's all good. It's art, it's fun. It's all come together.
This is the way that I saw Boris Karloff Marx's lines. I've copied it ever since. Then, simply by picking them up and reading, it turns me into a freaking monster.
Jack, I'm sorry. I had to do it. There's something wrong with you, and I had to lock you in.
Wendy, open the goddamn door.
I'm sorry. I really am out of time.
Wendy, listen to me. Let me out of here, and I'll forget the whole damn thing. Wendy, listen to me. Let me out of here, and I'll forget the whole damn thing.
It might be better to just play it as a medium shot with the situation. The other thing, maybe.
Can you do with head down? Yeah. Well, that's not bad. Do that. Try that, Jack.
Wendy, listen to me. Let me out of here and I'll forget the whole damn thing. It'll be like it never happened.
You couldn't find some way of sort of not looking at her and looking down as you said the line.
Wendy, listen. Let me out of here and I'll forget the whole goddamn thing. It'll be just like nothing ever happened. Wendy, baby, I think you hurt my head real bad. I'm dizzy. I need a doctor. Honey, don't leave me in here.
I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna try to get Danny down to
snowcat today. Oh, bring back a doctor.
Wendy?
I'm gonna go now.
Wendy?
Yes.
You've got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere. Go check out the snowcat in the radio and you'll see what I mean. Go check it out. Go check it out. Go check it out.
Very good, Jack. Excellent. Right, check the gate, Doug.
That was a great one. So, Mr. Willis, let me ask you a question here. Is this the finest moment of your acting career, or what?
This is the pinnacle. From here on in, it slides down the backside of the
Okay, you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do another one here.
Coming back to you.
Bruce. Give just a little bit more of a slow burn, like. Just,
okay.
Yeah. Just like blank, and then boom, action.
It's almost like doing stage work. It's the closest thing that I've done to stage work, I think. Because everybody here, I think, feels the same way I do and really respects Quentin's writing to the point of not wanting to come in and say, well, we have to take this line out and change this, and why can't I say this now? There's a respect for the writing that I haven't seen since I worked in, in New York on stage.
Dean?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll bring. We started here. We started kind of back here. I'm looking for the as the two cars come up, Right. We started here. They come around the corner. Mm-hmm. We just make a move, kind of like on this with curved rail.
Right.
So as they're coming up, we're just coming around. Excuse me, guys. Excuse. So. It's about here.
Right.
It's like a 21 or something like that. It looks kind of nice, and then everybody sort of comes in the cars. You're going to like this brand, probably. It's a mosquito trapped in amber. That's how they got the dinosaurs. Yeah, it's a real mosquito.
Is that a real mosquito?
Uh-huh. A big one.
And how'd they get it to stay there? Just stick there?
Well, because when sap came off a tree and trapped the mosquito, about 50 million years later, the sap got hard. Actually, it gets hard before 50 million years, and it entombs the mosquito. So the mosquito,
How did you make this one?
Well, we waited 50 million years. We've been in pre-production for 50 million years on this movie, Jurassic Park. By golly.
I thought that he was going to probably have a lot of trouble getting me cast in it. As earnest as he was in wanting me to do it, there's a lot more kind of hot actors or contemporary actors that would fill the bill easier than I would. So I thought, he might have a hard time getting me in this. But he stuck to his guns, and he really pushed for me to be in this movie.
I just think of a period in my life when I was much younger than I am right now. And I think because I was younger, I was more courageous, or I was more stupid. I'm not sure which. So when I think of Jaws, I think about courage and stupidity. And I think of both of those things existing underwater. There was so much stress shooting in Tunisia that we just wanted to go home. I mean, I had 6 weeks scheduled in Tunisia. I did it in about 4.5 weeks because it was super hot, hard to breathe. You couldn't take a deep breath. We should have guys up here. Plus, we all began getting sick. I didn't get sick because I subsisted on canned food from the UK that I just literally opened my cans and sometimes cold had my breakfast, lunch, and dinner from canned food. But all the rest of the crew who ate at the restaurants or at the hotels, they all got sick. Thank you, mon père. Mon grand-père.
I want you to work on the diction now.
Monsieur Agé.
There would be times on the set where I would use the second camera, and I would be on the second camera, and I'd be either shooting things that Steve had told me, or I'd say, hey, here's a great shot, why don't I try this? And he'd say, yeah, great, do that. And we sort of were trading off operations, and you know, he let me shoot second camera. I think he was doing it just to be nice to me.
If you're trying to escape on foot, the desert is 3 weeks in every direction.
What shall we talk about?
Good. I'll be right down to talk to you about the mechanical snake. We've got to work out something else. I'll be right down. And he takes her out. You just might, don't wait too long. You're being a little blocked by Grant, so I'll tell you what, when Richard starts moving out, will you counter? And when you move over to here to look in the window, move over to here to look in the window. Even more, look through here. So when he moves out, and then you can take a step in. You know, so when you sort of say, I'm going to, so you know what I'm saying, otherwise being blocked by Grant too much.
Okay, yes, I got
it. So when you leave, you'll counter to there, which will give Jeff a chance to look at Ellie a little bit over here and then make the announcement.
Come up right away, but that moment.
That moment, yeah.
Okay.
Let's rehearse one more time, please.
Okay, rehearsal.
Here we go.
Camera.
Stick.
Marker.
Set. And Richard, start. Action.
I read the book. Do you think the dinosaurs turning the boys next where they all went?
Cut. Great, we got it. Very good. Oh, one more time, Joey. Don't look at your mark. Joey, step in.
Yeah, you did.
Joey, one more time. And action. At no expense. Have fun. And they're looking you back in control. Come on up, my dear. Got great. Let's get back up.
I know.
Bright blessed dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky.
Action on the Jeep.
Also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, say, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying. I watch them.
Huh?
Richie Gecko.
Sit, Gecko. What's wrong?
Hey. Which way to the set?
Through the door, down the hall. Can I see your hall pass, please?
Here you go.
Thank you.
You don't need mine? Okay, fine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right this way, Mr. Kennedy.
Set to set. Okay, gotcha. Set. Cool. Okay. Hey, ho, let's go.
Guys, I need a 20 on Quentin and George, please, right away. I need a 20 on Quentin and George, guys.
Anyone got a 20 on Clooney or Tarantino?
Rubber baby buggy bumper. La 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 la. Ma one. Mo two.